Hi planner friends, welcome back to See Susie Create. So happy to have you here. Today I'm going to talk a little about my planner, but I'm also going to talk and share a little bit about self-care. Please don't tune out because I know self-care has been so talked about over the last couple of years that some of you might be rolling your eyes, and I totally get that. However, I have been feeling the need for a little more self-care lately. So I bought a new journal for just self-care because I felt like I needed something separate. So I want to share that with you because I'm thinking of using that to explore that a little bit more and then transferring some of those things on a practical level into my planner. So as I share that with you, if you could comment below if that's something you're interested in, then we could do some of that together. So I'm going to turn you around, show you my planner, and talk about some self-care. All right, just a few things to share in my planner. I have my new tabs came in, so excited, from Marlene's Plan to Create. So I ordered these vertical tabs up here, and I believe that they were blank and then you can custom what you want on them. So I ordered monthly, weekly, and daily, and she also included this little today tab, which I don't think was part of my order, so that was super sweet of her. And I did change one other dashboard to freshen up a little bit more for spring. That's right before my weeklies in there. Okay, so today I have my yoga and my work schedule. I did a little decorating here with a brighter green because St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Then I had a few to-dos. I had several things for work, getting busy at work, had some report cards due. And then I had some home tasks as well. And as usual, when I started this list this morning, or excuse me, yesterday when I was doing some planning, I think I had a couple of items here from last week that I didn't want to forget. And then I added my bathrooms and my half hour. I'm going to try to do a half hour in my self-care journal most days for now. So I'm going to do that after I get off this video. But I wanted to share that I also made another master list, started one for spring break. I've got a light in my bathroom that just keeps flickering. And of course, as soon as I leave the room, I forget all about it. So I wrote it down. So I hopefully will get to that over spring break because it is annoying. I also have a slow drain to work on, and the big project I'd like to do over spring break is to clean my garage. So I will be adding several bullet points here for that project, but I've got a few things down that came to mind and I will add those in as I get closer to spring break. All right, so I know that was really quick, but I wanted to be able to spend a little more time on my self-care journal that I just got. Now I heard about this. This is new to me from Amanda's Favorites. I don't know if you've heard of her. So she does reviews on all kinds of planners, journals, and notebooks. So they're kind of fun to watch, especially if you're looking for something specific. So as I mentioned, I've been feeling the need for a little more self-care lately. So I Googled, or I went to YouTube and I put in self-care or self-care reviews, planner reviews, something like that. And one of the items that came up was Amanda's Favorites, and she had 5 or 6 journals and planners on there that she reviewed. So I will link that below because she goes into much more detail. So before I get started, I just want to also comment on self-care and how I know, again, that it's been talked about so much, and maybe some of us are really embracing that, and maybe some of us are like, does every other thing I have to see be about self-care? Or how am I supposed to do self-care? I'm so busy. So I think self-care can be whatever you need it to be, along with what you do need it to be, because I think self-care is a combination of things we need to do to stay healthy, like our doctor appointments, exercise, eating right, things like that, getting enough sleep, some of those basic things that we all need to be doing, but it can also be those indulgent things. And those are all going to be different for everybody, right? Some of us are going to love if we could just spend an hour on our couch reading, that would be amazing. And other people are like, I don't like to sit still. I'd rather go hike for an hour. So whatever it is, you make it work for you. But I also want to address people that might be going through a very difficult time, because unfortunately, I think in our journeys through life, we all have moments of super difficult times. So first of all, if anyone is going through a super difficult time, I am so sorry, and we are here for you. But just know that self-care still applies to you. And you probably need it the most of all. But how are you supposed to do it when you're going through something so difficult that, by the way, when people go through something super difficult, it's never on a timetable or a schedule, right? It's always like emergent and exhausting. So for people going through a difficult time, self-care might be, I'm going to open the window when I feel overwhelmed and take 3 deep breaths, even if it's 20 degrees outside. So it could be something super simple, one thing that helps you keep a little bit of sanity, helps you to know that, one day I'm going to be able to do more self-care. I'm just, walking through this walk until I get to the other side of it. So all self-care is open and welcome to you, whatever you need in whatever season you are in and able to do. So these journals, this J&B Living, which also I'll link below, these are seasonal type journals in the literal seasons. This is a spring journal. This is what I was talking about a couple minutes ago, was seasons we go through in life. Sometimes we're going through a season where we can afford and indulge our time and our money on a few more luxurious self-care items. And then other times, like I said, you might be in a season of deep difficulty and you just need to pick one little thing that might help you through it. So anyway, these journals, I bought the spring one. You can do subscription. Okay, guys, my dog's here with a squeaky toy. Again, whenever I'm filming. Excuse her. So, spring journal. I haven't done too much. Like I said, I'm starting it tonight a little bit. This starts in April, but there are, of course, some prep work things. And this one quote I am going to highlight, I thought just really stood out to me. And it said, self-care shouldn't be viewed as an indulgence, but rather as understanding and respecting your priorities, and in the process, intuitively caring for mind, body, and soul. So like I said, sometimes you might just need a deep breath. And other times you might be like, I need a spa day. So just love that. Then it has some sections for some annual dreams, seasonal dreams. So there's a little bit of potential prep work here to do, which I'm glad I got this with a couple weeks to go. So my original plan at the beginning of the year for planning was to just have my one planner, because I am a person that has been known to get more than one planner to try to find the perfect thing for all my projects and endeavors. But anyway, been feeling the need for a little more self-care lately, and so I wanted to get something like a journal or a planner or something like that. I like the idea of having a separate calendar to put in those self-care items, all that self-care stuff, whether it be a doctor's appointment to getting a massage or meeting a friend for lunch or sitting on my couch and reading, whatever it might be. I like the idea of having a self-care planner, and then I can transfer it over practically into my everyday on the go out and about planner. Okay, so this got the months, and then Amanda also talks about this in Amanda's favorites. I have not seen this before for your habits. One to make, one to break. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna maybe have those go together. So the one I'm making will replace the one I'm breaking. Oh, genius. Great ideas. Love great ideas. I love she starts it on April 1st, starts on Friday. She still includes that, even though week 1 is the first full week of April. So it looks like to me they have a theme for each week. Sorry again for all the squeaking. She usually stops by now. She's looking very hopeful here to play. Okay, so you have your weekly focus with a lot of prompts and quotes and ideas. There's also stories. Again, Amanda Spears, she knows more about this because I have not even looked at these, but stories about women, I know, real women and their stories. So I'm sure those are meant to be inspiring. But anyway, I'm excited to give this a try, and even though I haven't started it yet, I like the way it's set up. So as of this moment, I'm considering doing the subscription, but I'm going to try it out a little bit first and see how that all works, because I really do love the idea of just the literal seasons as well. All right, so again, if you like that idea of maybe going on a little bit of a self-care journey with me, maybe you'll look into that or share what you're using or your ideas for both the indulgent things, but also the very practical need to help myself stay healthy things. Always can use tips for those. All of us can, right? And then, like I said, I want to add those into here to make them actually happen. So please consider liking and subscribing if this sounds interesting to you. And I will see you soon. Coming up next is another update on probably the next week of those Planner Perfect check-in monthly journals that I do. All right, everyone. I hope everyone is taking good care, and I will talk to you soon.